Hi guys, Brown Whiskey here, and today we have a rundown by age-stated Ardbegs. We have the 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 19-year-old, batch 2, the 23-year-old and the 25-year-old. So we're gonna taste them, smell them, and let you know what I think about them and a little bit about value, and yeah, overall it's a great lineup. Yeah. So let's start off with the 5-year-old, the Wee Beastie. The Wee Beastie is, as I said, 5 years old, and it's been matured in ex-bourbon and ex-oloroso casks. It's a mixture, and we don't know the rate. So yeah, and the ABV is 47.4%. So it's the highest ABV actually of all of them. So yeah, let's try it. On the nose, classic Ardbeg smoke. You have some vanilla. Yeah, very smoky and very peaty, of course. It's quite young. Yeah, and also some tropical notes as well. Maybe ripe banana or something like that. Yeah, quite sweet. If you can smell sweetness. I tried it before, so yeah, I would say a lot of smoke, peat, vanilla, sweetness, tropical notes as well, and some ripe banana. Yeah, on the palate. Yeah, this is I have reviewed this separately, and I think it's a very decent 5-year-old. I even compared it to a Lagavulin 8-year-old, and I prefer this one actually, though I'm a Lagavulin fan as well, but this one is really good. Yeah, you have on the palate sweetness, tropical notes, the vanilla, and you have the peatiness, the smoke lingers on forever. Yeah. And maybe some papaya as well on the tropical note, if you want to put some special fruit on the palate. Some papaya, yeah. Quite smooth, though it's only 5 years old. Yeah, I will let you know the score after we tasted all 5 of them. So yeah, that was the 5-year-old. Let's move on to the most classic of all, maybe. The most classic 10-year-old of all Scottish whiskey, I would say. Or one of, at least. The 10-year-old. This is the only one that's only been matured in ex-bourbon barrels. And it's bottled at 46%. And as all of Ardbeg, there are non-chill filtered and no coloring. So let's go for the 10-year-old on the nose. Peat smoke, lemon, yeah, lemon on the nose as well, and a little peppery. Classic 10-year-old. Let's try it on the palate. This is a step up from the 5-year-old, definitely. More rounded, more what can I say, more more filling in the mouth or something like that. It feels yeah, a little more complex than full-bodied than the 5-year-old. Of course, it's double the age, but yeah, it's a step up for sure. You have the slight pepperiness, the vanilla, the lemon, and in this case it's lingers on forever as well. The peat, the smoke lingers on. So quite long on the aftertaste. Yeah, and some, maybe you can taste some barley as well, I think. Yeah, really like the 10-year-old. Classic Ardbeg. And then we move on to the 19-year-old. There's been 2 batches, batch 1 and batch 2. I did the verses on my channel, so check that out if you want. The batch 3 is presumably after the summer, it's autumn maybe. So we'll see about that one. So this is batch 2. It's sealed. So this is from, I did a bottle kill on my other bottle. So, on the nose, on the 90-year-old batch 2. It's American oak and Oloroso mixture as well here as the 5-year-old. But the ABV is a little bit lower, it's 46.2, so it's quite similar on everyone here, it's only 1% off. Yeah, you have citrus, pineapple. Yeah, pineapple on this one. Citrus, pineapple. Not so smoky as the 5 or 10, of course. But you have the peat smoke, of course. When I did the verses, I think this one is, batch 2 is more bourbon driven, and the batch 1 was more sherry driven. Very small differences, but a little like so. The batch 2 is more bourbon driven, I think. So you have the citrus, the vanilla, but some pineapple. Yeah, that's right, on the palate. Yeah, wow, I really love this one. I love them all actually, but the 19-year-old, now it's smoother, it's more gentle, quite sweet. You have the pineapple, and now the peat and smoke is coming through on the palate, a little bit more than the nose. Not so smoky as the 5 and 10, of course, but you have the classic Ardbeg smoke, of course, and slight bitterness maybe. But the main character is citrus, pineapple, vanilla, and the smoke, of course. Slight pepperiness, not as much as the 10-year-old, just a hint of a pepperiness. Yeah, this is amazing stuff. So, the 19-year-old batch 2, great dram as well. Okay, moving on to the 23-year-old. The 23-year-old is also a mixture of bourbon and Oloroso casks, and it's 46.3% ABV. So, that's right. On the nose here, it's quite tropical, this one as well. Classic vanilla notes, but here you have some dry fruit as well. Some raisins, some figs, dates. Yeah, definitely some raisin. Yeah, beautiful. And some smoke, but not so high on the smoke. It's decreasing as we go along on the age. We'll go up in age. That's right. Yeah, wow. Every one is a good dram, but this was my favorite Ardbeg of all time before this one came along. This is a beautiful dram. You have all the flavors on the smoke, on the nose, coming through on the palate as well. You have the tropical, the vanilla, dry fruit, raisin, dates, figs, and the smoke comes in the aftertaste. Beautiful dram. This is so well balanced. Perfect harmony in the tastes, the flavors, and yeah, this is amazing stuff. One more sip. This one you can sip forever, for sure. Yeah. Okay, that was the 23-year-old Ardbeg, and let's move on to the last but not least, the 25-year-old. Was released last year, and it's 46% ABV, and they haven't revealed yet what kind of barrels or casks they were using in this one. It's quite light on the color, but for 25-year-old and this light in color, It makes you want to think it's bourbon matured. Let's try it. On the nose. Here you have some more smoke, peat, than the 23-year-old actually on the nose. But you have some sweetness as well. Quite fruity, tropical. Banana. Yeah. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is perfect harmony. This is so well balanced. So every flavor combines in perfect synchronization or something like that. You have the peatiness of smoke coming in the aftertaste, of course, and it's quite fruity. You have some sweet lemon, and maybe the tropical note has changed more towards apples and pears, actually, I would say. Yeah, so you have sweet lemon, you have banana still, and apple and pears actually, so quite sweet on the palate. And you have also some vanilla notes, a little herbal note as well is coming up, and yeah, not so little pepperiness, but it's decreasing quite a lot with this 25-year-old. So this is great stuff. Yeah, the 25-year-old Ardbeg, it's hard to get a better ram, actually. Okay, let's talk a little about prices and scoring. This one you can get around 40 euro. This is 50 euro, and this is, if I remember correctly, 180 euro. This is 460 euro when it was released. Same for this one when it was released. And this one was around 800 euros here in Sweden. So it's quite, this one is almost double the price of the 23-year-old, and the scoring between these two is only half a point in my book. So if you go from the 5-year-old, I score this one 85, maybe 86 points. 85, 86, I can't quite decide there, but the 10-year-old I would score 88.5 when I compared it to to the 5-year-old. So I had to pick it up to 88.5 points. And the 19-year-old I scored at 92.5 points because I had the batch 2. The batch 1 I scored at 93 points. So the batch 1 is half a point better for me because it's a little bit sweeter and I have a sweet tooth. I really like my whiskies when they're sweet. And the 23-year-old, when I did all the 25-year-olds of Iowa, I included this one because I didn't have this one at the time. So I had this at 97.5. But when I tried this one, the 25-year-old, I gave 97.5. So I decreased this one by half points. So the 23-year-old is 97 points and the 25-year-old is 97.5 points. So 85, 86, 88.5, 92.5, 97 and 97.5 points. Yeah, so that concludes my little rundown for age-dated Ardbegs. And if you liked it, please hit the thumbs up. And if you like my videos, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. So till next time, cheers. Take this one.